Have you always wanted to try meditation, but it was super hard for you to get into it? I have a great way for you to challenge yourself and develop a daily meditation practice. So stay tuned and listen up because I really think this will transform your life. So when I talk to people, most people about meditation, most of the time, people say they can't meditate. They're like, oh, I can't meditate. I've tried. I can't stop my thoughts. So on and so forth. And usually the main issue, there's a couple different things going on. One, it's people's expectations of what meditation should be. So, if you talk to the most devout Buddhist monk, and you ask them, do you stop your thoughts when you meditate? If they say yes for the whole time, they're lying. You can't stop your thoughts 100%. So what you do is you start to increase the space in between them, and that could be 5 seconds, it could be 3 seconds. And you also start turning down the noise. So the thoughts still happen, but instead of you getting caught up in the thoughts, you start turning down the ability the thoughts have to control you. So you don't get quite as caught up. So I've been meditating for 20 years, right? Regularly. And I still think it's normal. The reason why I've been successful is because I'm okay being not a great meditator. My expectations, are different. And I don't go into any meditation practice with the idea that there's a good meditation or a bad meditation. I don't label it. Just go in. If I think some days, well, I thought a lot that time. If I am I able to kind of sink into a deeper, more of a flow state? Cool. But I try not to put them in like a hierarchical categories, like that was good or that wasn't good. And if I find my ego trying to attach and label and categorize, I do my best to be present and take the meditation into my daily life, because ultimately that's what we're trying to do. So back to the point of this video, what I think, a great way to start meditating for you and have it stick is this 100-day challenge. And what this 100-day challenge is you start off with 1 minute of meditation a day. That's it. First day, 1 minute. That's all you have to do. Find a comfortable spot. You can sit down or lie down. I prefer sitting down. When I lie down, I'm more likely to fall asleep. So finding a comfortable seat, I think it really helps to elevate your hips. So find a yoga block. For the longest time, I would flip 2 shoes on top of each other and I would sit on my shoes just to elevate the hips above your feet. It relieves a lot of the pressure and the back pain. You could also fold up a pillow or fold up a blanket. Those are a couple of my go-to moves. And just meditate for 1 minute. Tomorrow, you're gonna meditate for 2 minutes. Then the following, you're gonna meditate for 3 minutes. And so on and so forth. So for 100 days, you're adding just 1 minute to your meditation time. Now, you might be asking yourself now, like, whoa, okay, so what happens when I get over day 60, day 70, and it starts to pile up and you don't have the time? Totally reasonable. Not everyone has over an hour and a half to dedicate to a meditation practice. So what I advise you to do is start breaking it up into multiple sessions. So once it becomes unbearable for you, maybe that's 15 minutes, maybe that's 20 minutes, you can turn, day 20, day 30, you're like, this is pushing the limits for me right now. Maybe I have a little bit more time, but it's becoming harder. That's normal. Break it into 2. Instead of 1 long 30-minute practice, do 2 15 minutes. And take time in the morning. If you don't have time in the morning, wake up 15 minutes earlier. And at nighttime, right, instead of scrolling or looking Instagram, there's always time. We have time. If we can sit on our phones for multiple hours a day, we have enough time for this challenge, right? So you just might need to make some sacrifices. So once you're at, in the 90s, you might be doing 2 45-minute sessions a day. And that's the goal, is to build up your tolerance and build up your endurance. And trust me, if you do this for all 100 days, maybe you won't meditate for 100 minutes after this challenge, but I guarantee you're going to have a daily meditation practice and you're going to find the structure that works best for you. For me, I like midday meditations. It's completely different than most people. Most people like the morning or the night. I love meditating in the middle of the day. I love eating my lunch, early and then meditating on my lunch break. I'm also a huge fan of yoga nidra. That can count at nighttime for you. So you could find a YouTube video, you meditate in the morning, more of a traditional sitting up meditation, and then at night do yoga nidra. It's awesome. I guarantee you it will transform your life. If you're feeling stress or anxiety or fear, the reality is nothing's going to completely fix it, but it can make your life 10% better. So if you're still with me, I really appreciate it. Click the subscribe, please press like. I'm trying to grow this channel because I want to help people just like you, and you can help other people just like you by subscribing and commenting and liking.